All right. Hello and welcome back to the Usually Strange podcast. Today our topic will be restaurants and our favorite restaurants and foods, and we'll be going on from there.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Restaurants and food.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
nice.
yeah. That
Yeah.
was what we were decided.
Rich, you
Yeah.
start
What's
off
the other
first.
way around? Favorite food. and
You want me to start off?
Matter the
Because
order.
it's you.
Oh. Keep that out.
Pardon?
Yeah. So I'm starting.
Yes, start.
All right.
I'm gonna have to edit that.
Already, just immediately, Homer goes. And Khaleesi's just goes.
I have to edit
God,
that too.
It hasn't even been the first minute.
You're the
Just
one
go,
listening
just go.
here.
What's your favorite restaurant or food?
I guess.
You said food in
Mm.
restaurants.
I guess for me, especially since my mom was a cook, I was introduced to a lot of different food. So I guess style-wise, I always liked Indian,
Indian.
I haven't tried that. I don't
like
think.
curry, like chicken tikka masala is probably one of my favorites, and then sag paneer, which is it's cheese and spinach and something else, but it's sounds weird and it looks really weird, but it's amazing.
Indeed.
Okay.
Never tried anything
it's-
Indian.
Neither of us.
It's really
Indeed.
good. We have like a Indian market down the street, or at least nearby my parents' house.
Okay.
But yeah. In terms of fast food though, I'd probably have to go P. Terry's. If you know what that is, it's really cheap and really good burgers and stuff. I think they're from California. I can't remember.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
It sounds good though.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like super cheap. They got super thin patties, which is interesting. And then
Oh, yeah.
they have like medium-sized fries, which are really nice. I hate thin fries, like at Freddy's. Have you ever
Oh.
been to Freddy's and gotten their freaking fries?
Thin fries are the worst.
So you get like 5 of them are the same size as a normal fry, and it's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, the place I love the fries at most are Popeyes. Those fries are.
Oh yeah, I've heard Popeyes because they do the seasoning on them, don't they?
Yeah, and they have like a rough texture, which is
With a soft interior.
just
It makes
amazing.
me think of
I could get like two family orders of those fries and just eat all of them.
yeah, that makes me think of a Five Guys Cajun style.
I just
They
like
just
thick
they just
fries.
fill the entire bag with fries, and it's like cool.
I heard somebody say something about Popeyes.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
ramen.
You.
Did you know that? Fun fact about Popeyes: the world record for the most biscuits eaten without water is like 26 or something. Fact check me on
Jesus
that.
Christ.
It's like 20 to 12 or something like
Sounds like that
that.
man was sent to the
Who's
shadow
that
room
from?
after that.
Man, man's lost all water content in his body.
His
His
tongue,
cells
does,
are
does
just
his
gone.
tongue turn
I
into
might-
beef jerky? Is it that dry?
God, yeah, I cannot
It
imagine
might have.
doing that.
Man got Thanos
Yeah.
snapped.
I might try it,
So,
honestly.
No, don't. I don't
Earlier, I
like
was
their
gonna-
biscuits.
Yes.
I don't like any biscuits really.
yeah, I have to say cornbread is always better to me.
Cornbread,
I don't
gross.
like
Cornbread is
cornbread. It has a
I-
weird
so-
taste.
Have you not tried it?
Bread, what?
Cornbread. That's nice.
It's like
Yeah,
bread,
it's
but it has
really
a weird
good.
taste.
Cornbread. So, when we had like leftover cornbread, we would do butter and honey, and that combination was just really good for some reason. And like you would do it for breakfast. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
butter
really
bread.
like the microwave cornbread though.
Do you like corn
No, you-
tortillas
it just-
or wheat
It has
tortillas?
a weird taste to
Man,
it, honestly.
I'm a fan of me. I like both.
I
I-
have to
Oh.
say, I'd have to say flour.
Flour, not wheat. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate
I
corn
like that.
tortillas.
Oh, I
They're
do want to
the
bring up
worst.
something. You guys know the hard shell taco?
Ooh, hard shell.
So
Actually,
do
I
you
don't
know
like hard
who
shell like that.
created the hard shell taco?
No.
Tell me who,
Some
Buster.
guy.
Taco Bell. Taco Bell created the original hard shell taco.
Really?
Cap.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. Hang on.
Really?
Who
Hold it. I'll
created
fact check that.
the hard shell
You gotta know
taco?
this. We have to know this.
You know, I will fact check that in like the video or something.
Oh wait,
Take
no.
a screenshot of it.
What?
It's in white text.
It wasn't.
You were wrong.
You just told us lies.
I
you lying
looked it
to
up.
us?
I looked it up. I looked it up the other day, and I swear to God, it said Taco Bell.
All our viewers.
Well, who does it? Who
You
does
lied
it say?
to
Who does it
us.
say?
Shame him in the comment
A name that I cannot pronounce, and I'd rather not. Some guy in New York.
Oh.
Misinformation. Wow. I
What?
can't believe it.
How
On a
dare you.
podcast. How dare you, man?
You're lying to all
Just
of
the
our
pinnacle of
viewers.
Exactly. All of our one viewers are going to
That
be
one
ashamed of you.
6-year-old is
Wait,
probably
no, there's
thinking
another
this
site that
Send them the
says
hate.
Glenn Bell, who becomes the founder of Taco Bell, claims that he and oh, so there's
Oh, he claims it.
there's two, but one guy got the patent. Oh, okay.
Oh, so they
Oh.
got the patent. Oh, okay. So we
Yeah,
don't
so-
even really
so-
know
no,
who
no,
actually made
no.
it.
Taco Bell didn't get the patent. The other guy did, but the founder of Taco Bell claims that he made it
Claims
first.
that he made it first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's where I got mixed up on.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Very interesting.
Luigi, your favorite restaurant or food?
Indeed.
My favorite food? I guess I like rice because it could be mixed with almost anything.
Yeah,
Get that out. No, I'm just kidding.
it's a good comfort food. And, like it's just
What about-
it's just such a
Have chicken,
plain
you
dish.
Mix it with rice. You got
Dude, I like
You got chicken
Mexican
and rice.
fucking lentils. Mix it with the rice. And
Yeah.
What about your
then
favorite
I mean-
Mexican rice?
you mix it with the rice.
Most
and
of
it's good.
Japanese
Soup?
food involves rice, so
Yeah,
That is
so does
true.
Panamanian food.
Panamanian food.
it's all.
Yeah,
But it's
kinda like
that's the
Mexican
interesting thing is
rip-off.
it's different types of rice. There's like jasmine rice, which is a lot used in like Indian curries and stuff, and then there's Japanese rice, which is made in or which is used for like sashimi, sushi, and like that sort of thing.
We
It's
have
it's
orange
much
rice.
stickier.
I'm not sure what it's.
And,
I'm a
Jasmine
man of
but
culture, but I wish I'd curry.
Curry's good.
it's always
Although
some-
interestingly enough, it seems that England has started to do a lot more of it, becoming
Yeah.
more popular. Yeah. Anytime I went on a flight there, they served you two options, and I always get the curry because it's usually really good.
Is it now?
But they only serve it on night flights, which is why I normally do night flights.
So, Luigi, what was your favorite restaurant?
I guess if I
Yeah,
had
boy.
to say my favorite restaurant, it would be Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I'm American.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's
I just
You have
like
a
chicken.
TikToker.
I can't say no to
I
chicken.
only ever get the nuggets or the fries.
everything
A
else. I don't
TikToker.
like anything else there other than the nuggets. And I honestly didn't used to go for a very long time. I only started going there recently.
Haven't,
I just like chicken. It's the
Yeah,
only-
haven't
I mean,
been to
it's-
Chick-fil-A.
It's good. Like
All the time I've been to Chick-fil-A is when my sister asked for it, and I don't really get anything there. So,
political climate aside, like that, it's good chicken.
Political climate?
Oh, well,
Indeed.
yeah. It's supposedly. I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah,
what
there's
did you just?
there's supposedly a bunch of stuff about them being against gay people and that sort of thing.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
Which
a-
is why I didn't go, because my mom was religiously against that. She was just like, no, I'm not going to support people who do that. They apparently secretly funded. They weren't supposed to do this because of the organizations, but they funded organizations that were against that sort of thing. And this
Well,
this
gay
is all
marriage?
this is mostly speculate. Yeah, well, and
Oh,
like
okay.
that sort of thing. But this is mostly speculation. There's not a whole lot of proof to it, but there's a lot of things that say it.
Oh.
I personally, I don't really want to get into it about it. It's just a chicken.
It's just good chicken.
Don't they use the excess lemonade in it. Isn't that why it has such an interesting flavor?
I thought it just had pulp in it. That's what made it feel and taste
Yeah,
different.
well, it's sweeter. Yeah, they do something with it that deals with the lemons. That
Yeah, the fucking diet lemonade they have is sour as hell. It's like straight lemon juice.
Now that now
Diet
that you mentioned
lemonade.
pulp, orange juice, pulp or no pulp?
Disgusting.
Ew, no pulp.
No
Orange
pulp,
juice is
bro,
already hard
no.
enough to drink.
Seriously? It's one of my
Dude,
favorite
I hate
things.
the aftertaste. That's the only thing I hate. I can drink it,
He
but I
has a
don't
point
want
about
to.
that.
So is it a majority no pulp?
I think so.
Yes,
Yeah.
no pulp.
Yep.
I don't
I don't
like that
understand how
at
people
all.
can drink it with pulp. It's disgusting.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't like it. You're
The
drinking
texture
is really
you're
weird.
drinking a liquid. There shouldn't be any solid in there.
It's just weird, alright?
Yeah. Theseus, you're torn. I don't know why I said
Oh,
it
is
earlier.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it really weird. Honestly, I don't really have a favorite food, so I'm gonna just slap one out there. I'm gonna say red beans and rice, honestly.
Red beans
Yes.
and rice?
Red beans
Then
and rice
again,
can
Oh,
I'm hearing
slap.
rice again,
so
so
good. Yeah,
I
no,
actually add sausage into mine.
rice is used in a lot of stuff. Especially
And you
like Cajun culture.
Mm.
Because I recently went down to Louisiana to get like obviously to go and get like gumbo, jambalaya, red beans and rice. Like
gumbo is good.
oh my god, dude. One of my mom's best friends, she was from Louisiana, and oh my god, the food that she made was so good.
I can understand that.
what kind of food did she make?
Like the stuff that I just said.
Explain
Fait
what
du
that
mont.
I just heard a
It's
lot of
overrated.
yeah.
Okay, do you not know what jambalaya?
No.
I get jambalaya and gumbo mixed
Jambalaya.
up.
I don't know what either
Get
is.
wrecked.
Gabagool.
So I can explain the
Jambalaya.
one that I know for sure. Red beans and rice is just basically
Red beans
Rice.
and rice, I know.
beans and sausage with Cajun seasoning.
Yeah.
It's super simple,
Yeah, it's actually like,
Sounds like
but it's
fun.
really good.
yeah, I actually learned how to cook it from my mother.
Yeah, I learned.
So I make that like on a weekly basis because it slaps.
Yeah, it's so good. I wish I could have it. It's really filling though. I've
Indeed.
several times I've overeaten and then just been like, oh god, why did I eat this
Same.
much?
I get like usually like 3 to 4 bowls of it.
Yeah, I feel like I can talk a lot about food, especially since my mom like had her own like she had her own bakery. She did like
Oh.
she's like went to culinary school. Like my mom I guess you could consider a chef. Not she doesn't do it like professionally anymore, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely I've eaten things around the world. But yeah, my favorite would still definitely have to be Indian.
What you
think-
grew up with, simpleton.
What?
What?
I don't want me, Buster.
Yes.
I think one of the most surprisingly weird. I would have to think about that. Oh no, surprisingly weird things that I've ever had is takoyaki. Do any of you know what that is?
Isn't
No.
that,
No,
like,
but
fried
I'm gonna put a
ball with
picture of it on the
octopus or
screen right here.
Yeah, it's little
Over the gameplay.
balls of dough with octopus, like an octopus tentacle inside.
Oh no.
If you've never had
I'm already getting
octopus,
flashbacks.
if you've
Yeah.
never had octopus, it's so tough because it's all muscle.
Absent, don't you dare.
It's literally all muscle, and it's just hard to chew through.
It looks so good,
Wait,
but then there's
is it
squid and
good?
octopus in it, and it just disgusts me. I hate seafood.
Really?
For those who watch
It
this
is
anime, they're
disgusting. I
probably
hate the
getting
texture of
flashbacks right now,
seafood
but
and what it looks like.
Really? I don't like crabs. Crabs freak me out. But I like
you don't like
I
eating
like
crab?
I like eating crab, but crabs and crawfish, man, they freak me out so much.
same.
I don't like the little
Crabs
legs.
Crabs are nothing but underwater spiders.
Oh,
honestly.
have you seen fucking Japanese spider crabs? They're like 12 feet
No,
in
but that sounds
diameter
scary.
or something like that. Something ridiculous.
Put an image on screen here. Wow, look at that.
I
Wow.
hope you're cutting yourself out every time you do that.
Yeah, he just cuts himself
I
out.
will.
Dude, hang
I
on.
will.
I'm gonna
Put
post
the
an image in general of this guy holding it.
Homer can't look.
No, I'll do that later. I'll do that
Well,
later.
no, just so
I'll
you
edit
guys
it
can
in.
see.
Oh, okay.
Anyone just
ignore-
like say it again so what it is so they can look it up.
It's in chat.
Japanese spider crab.
Oh,
Japanese
Look
spider
how
crab.
big it is.
is that like an actual
Chat?
thing?
Yeah, that's a real life
Holy
thing.
shit.
Oh, okay.
It's as big
I'll
as
probably
this
put the
guy.
image on
This
screen.
guy's holding it, and it's the same size as
Is that the
him.
one from the meme where it's like perhaps or
yes,
no,
that is a Japanese spider crab.
or it's
is
that
the
one where it's Silence brand.
Yeah, the silence liberal with it shooting lasers out of its eyes.
I mean, well, that was originally Silence brand.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
It was originally made because I think when different
Raid
like
Shadow
companies were
Legends?
trying to like kind of reach out to people being relatable, they did it all right, and then they kept doing it too much to a point where they took an image of that kind of crab and they just put it with lasers on the certain brand and they said Silence brand.
Yeah.
Silence.
Well, it's
And then it evolved to Silence Liberal and then all this other shit.
yeah. Well, they're scary. They're so big. And
Yeah, but it
then
looks
you've
like
got,
it couldn't even hurt you at all. Its claws are small.
No.
It's too long of arms.
but you cannot tell me that doesn't freak you out slightly. Just how big it is.
I mean, it does.
I mean, yeah.
it's just
I guess.
I mean, like,
uncomfortably
I'm scared of
lanky.
regular spiders.
Yeah, but I feel like if
No,
you're on
I
land,
think
can that
it's
thing
way
even
too
walk on
small.
land?
Yeah,
It probably
Well,
can.
no, because the picture of the silence liberal, it's standing in a man's garage.
Is it? I thought that was
Yeah.
underwater.
No,
He's just
it's
standing there.
it's. I think so.
If you actually find a picture of that,
Oh shit.
don't post it. I'll probably do it. I don't want to be freaked out right now.
Yeah, no, it's standing in a. Oh no, it's not a guy's garage, but it's definitely not underwater, and it's shooting a smaller. Wait, no.
Shooting a.
Oh no,
smaller
it is
crab.
in a tank. It is in a tank because there's starfish there.
Maybe it's
just-
not. Maybe it's not
it's-
the right one then.
Are you actually looking at the picture right
Yes.
now?
Yeah, hang on. No, I can post this one because this is the right one.
Go ahead.
It's this.
Silent.
That image.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's a spider crab, but it is in a tank on that picture.
Oh, it's not like the real image of it.
Yeah, that's an actual image of it looking at a smaller one. I think it's grabbing it, trying to eat it. Oh, that made me think of do you guys know about the mantis shrimp?
No.
Mantis
So on
shrimp?
think.
Is that the
It
one that
has one of
punches?
the Yeah, it has the strongest punch in the world. I think it breaks the sound
Okay.
barrier. Or no, that's the pistol shrimp. Mantis shrimp is weird. It sees in like I can't remember what its vision. It's either like thermal, like it actually sees like predator vision, or if it sees like
Oh.
ultraviolet. I cannot remember which one it is, but it has like this weird rainbow colored vision.
So it's like a snake.
No, what?
What? That's
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that has heat vision in it.
I did like a whole thing on them, and they were very interesting to learn about.
So you're actual research boy.
Well, I had to do a project for them in like elementary school.
Oh.
I also
remember
also
in
did like
elementary school.
5 research projects on like scorpions.
I remember I did a research project in elementary on bobcats. I don't remember.
I mean, I don't think
anything
I've ever
about
seen
it.
What did I
one.
do in elementary?
Yeah, like
I just remember moving schools.
Dude, I remember the day I found out that scorpions glow in the dark.
With some scorpions.
no.
No, I think it's most scorpions. If you put UV lights on them, they glow in the dark. It's very freaky.
It's cool.
Yeah.
You just imagine you
Just
sleeping
vibing.
in a
I'm imagining
Dude,
if a
it's a gross
person
shot
glows
to
in the
get.
And a
dark.
glow in the dark
Like,
scorpion comes out
the
of
amount of
nowhere.
I think the research projects that I did are why I hate bugs, because I also did one on brown recluses, which if you don't know what they are scary.
were they like
So
spiders?
yeah, they're spiders. They're about the same size as a black widow.
Oh,
Instead of
okay.
instead of being
We can
highly
stop there.
venomous, what their venom does, it causes tissue decay. It can cause things like
Okay. Oh, so
it's
fingers and
acid?
stuff to fall out. Well, you can lose fingers if you don't take care of it. It like causes like a form of leprosy almost,
Yo,
or you start losing
it
scary.
small.
just bite you in that spot.
Yeah, well, it's horrifying, and especially like if you live out in the country, they're prevalent because they like to hide under old, unmoved stuff.
Oh, I have tons of those.
Yeah,
Okay.
you probably got a
Time to
bunch of
move out,
them.
Buster. Yeah, because I actually hate spiders like a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get over my fears, honestly, but
Who has
it's
the
gonna be
time
a
for that?
long way.
My only
Yeah.
fear about bugs is if I don't know if it flies.
You're looking at that and you're like, is that shit gonna fly at me or am I gonna be fine?
I love the
Swing at
video.
it, will it jump at me?
I love the
I have
the
to walk
TikTok.
past it to go through this door. Is it gonna jump
Oh
at me?
god. The thing that I have is when it
Fucking
disappears and then you can't find it, and then you're just like, it can be anywhere.
Oh man,
It's in the
true.
walls.
It's in the walls.
I'm gonna
I
wake
am
up
the
and I'm
thing
gonna
in the
feel
walls.
something crawling down my
Get it.
throat.
Ugh, God.
I think somebody actually discovered a flying spider somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody
I've
go.
seen that
I'm gonna
somewhere. I don't
fact check
remember where
that.
though.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
dude. We
If it's
had
anywhere,
Like a
it's probably
flying spider,
Australia.
bro.
It's always
Probably.
Australia.
I am not going to Australia.
Do you
at
know
all.
that America is one of the few places that actually has flying cockroaches? Most other countries
Okay.
don't have cockroaches that fly.
We do?
Yeah, we're like one of the few
Yeah,
countries
flying
that have flying cockroaches.
I've never seen a cockroach fly, but I know they can.
Are you serious?
Radiation,
They're
question mark?
fucking terrifying. I was looking at one like, all right, I'm gonna crush it. It just goes just straight towards me, and I'm just like, oh!
I've seen
Nukes and it
cockroaches,
can
but none of
fucking
them have
fly.
have tried flying on me.
Oh, I had one go up my leg once, and I never threw my pants off so fast. I was just like, oh my god, oh my god.
Cockroach.
Son, why are you
Yeah,
going? Why are you
cockroach.
getting naked in IKEA? There's a cockroach.
Oh,
It's weird.
Oh god,
There's a
Ugh.
cockroach.
that's
There's
just
a
bringing back
cockroach.
bad memories.
Indeed, it is.
All right,
Oh,
our
wow,
original
this was
topic
on
was food. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I mean,
See, I told you it would just
Hints-
come naturally.
hence our name. Well, because we started talking about, or Luigi brought up how he doesn't like seafood, and then I started talking about the Japanese
we go
spider
into
crab.
crabs, then we went to
We
Silence
just started talking
Brand,
about
then we went to
spiders.
Yeah, and
spiders
then-
and bugs.
Yeah,
This branch out quick.
yeah.
So
Oh,
what's
I
next?
hate you.
What's
I'm
next
gonna
from
beat that
bugs?
out. What's next from bugs? I don't know what to start
Legs.
talking about.
There's a
Thanks.
little squid, like it's very tiny, but it's very poisonous. I don't remember what it's
Oh, the
called, but it has like
blue-ringed octopus.
yeah, the
Oh,
blue
yeah.
ringed octopus. I remember seeing
Yeah,
people
it's-
holding that
it's
like, oh, you're dead.
Yeah, it's insanely poisonous.
It's so tiny. It's so
That's what's
tiny
hard,
though.
though.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is a lot of small creatures are like the most poisonous. There's a tiny scorpion that it's poisonous. That it's poison or venom. Yeah, venom is strong enough that it can kill a fucking elephant. Just one.
Honestly, though,
One.
I'm probably
fuck-
stronger than an elephant.
elephants just weak or like
Yeah, elephants are just
Stronger
weak.
than elephant.
they're just weak. Like, come on, man, get stronger.
Oh god, I was going to the.
Jump.
I was going to the cafeteria to go get food. There was a snake that I didn't even notice.
Oh,
That-
that reminds
What?
me of a story. One
Oh,
time,
same.
one time, in elementary school. See, you remind me of elementary school now. We had to we had to go run around the playground and for PE, right? And
Yeah.
and so there's some people playing recess while we're out there. So
Playing
after
recess.
gym class is
Playing
done and we all go back inside and get to our next classes, they say everybody inside. There was a snake outside. It was a rattlesnake, and no one was allowed
Excuse-
outside of the school for like an
I-
hour. So they got
That-
pest control
okay,
or
that-
whatever it was to go get them.
You having a story of everyone being like sent inside during recess. I remember. I think it was like almost the last day of elementary. That I was in a class that had the window looking out to like the playground area,
Mhm.
and I just remember like there was this big dog, like a bulldog that was like running around chasing kids. I remember looking outside, and there's
Wow.
this one kid like juking around like around the bulldog, just like messing with it. I'm like, you don't want to mess with that dog.
So I've got two stories that both of you made me think of. One is a snake story, and the other is a story of like a lockdown in elementary school. So the snake story was
Lockdown.
I was out on our little like our land with my dad, and we were just shooting his pistol and his rifle that he has, and my dad suddenly stops me and goes, "Hang on, don't move." I see him pick up a shovel and just nearby tree just goes BAM! Just right on a coral snake that was looking at us.
I think I remember you told me this before.
Yeah, and I was
He
just like,
did a snake, and you're like, all right, keep shooting.
eh. No, we were about to leave, and he was just like, hold on. And
Let me
then
get this buster real quick.
yeah, God, we had another snake. I thought it was our garden hose, and it
Since I
like
had
ran.
snake
It wasn't. Luckily, it wasn't like venomous or anything, but it ran towards our doorway, and I had to call my mom and be like, "Don't open the door. Do not open the door."
It's gonna come in.
Snake in
Yeah,
that
well,
boot.
we had to go get a shovel. I guess from looking at it, my stepdad almost got bitten by it, but we just had to kill it on the porch
That's-
because we were just like, "What the?" And my
I thought
mom
it would
was
have been
like,
more funny if your dad just like pointed a gun and it'd be like, hold up, and just start shooting the
"Oh,
ground.
dude,
You're like, what?
he was like, "How good is your aim?" Afterwards, he was like, I was tempted to just say, "How good is your aim?" And then he was like, "No, this shovel is better." But the elementary lockdown one, it was probably it was fifth grade because I had just moved to a new school, and probably halfway through the year, we got uh we got we were in gym class, and they called a lockdown, and like they were like, so the difference between a practice lockdown is they only say lockdown once. If it's a real one, they say it 3 times. Said it 3 times, and I was just like, oh.
It was the
Oh,
opposite.
I
At our
got
So we
school.
get through the lockdown, and it turns out that there was just a guy with a gun on campus, just walking around the campus
Okay.
trying to get inside.
See, what was mean about my
Reminds me-
elementary school is when they prepared us for lockdown, they made us actually, go into lockdown positions like usual, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they actually make the teachers lock their door, and the principals come throughout the hallways and actually
Oh.
bang on the
Yeah.
doors.
I remember.
My
Well,
yeah.
teachers did that as
they
well.
didn't do that,
That
but
was
they
Bawling
made
their
sure.
eyes out, crying like, "Shut the f!"
I remember that
exactly.
they did that. Well, they didn't like bang on the doors. They made sure that they couldn't see in. I remember it was also easy to tell if it was a drill lockdown because you'd see the teachers be like, oh, "Stop class."
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, ours
But
went
the
along
thing
with
is,
it.
though,
It was like they
that's
were a part of it.
that's an absolutely terrible strategy. Because what school is gonna be closed on like a weekday, and you obviously see cars outside?
I don't
Like,
think the strategy
have like
is
an
to show that the
escape
school is
plan.
closed because if
It's
a
just to
lockdown
make it
happens,
hard to
either the
find
person's
people.
gonna be in the building already or they're outside. Like they did something that the school noticed.
You remember at our high school, they they were telling stories of the previous principal how his car got shot up, right?
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the f***ing dumpster fire.
Oh, I didn't hear about the dumpster fire,
Yeah,
but I
they
heard
did
about
that
the
on top of
principal's
that.
car getting shot up. And then I heard from the seniors that they almost had that happen again, but the guys got found out, and then the cops just chased them around the entire school, and you could just see them running past windows. It wasn't as funny as
Chased
I'm making it out to
with
be,
a gun?
because they had guns on them. I guess they just decided to run away.
Instead of using the actual weapon.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember.
But Go ahead.
Okay, I was just to say it's a small story of me in elementary when we were leaving the school one day. Like the buses were held back because of something. We were like in a line, just like waiting to leave. I remember it was a storm and like lightning hit hit the school like 3 times in one area. And I was like, oh,
Oh
it was
my
loud
god.
too because we were like
Whoa.
almost right next to it.
That was probably like the thing you would hope for actually just to get out of school.
But
in
we were
grade
already
school,
leaving
though.
school. The buses were
Yeah,
held
you were
back.
already
Uh,
leaving.
I
None
see.
of y'all went to right?
No,
No.
No.
Okay.
my brother
so,
did though.
Thanks for giving us your location. Now I have to
lived-
blurt that
Well,
out.
I can say where I lived in New
hold on, I had a
Braunfels,
story.
and then I moved to San
It's just
Antonio.
a school. There's no way to tell if he
Oh,
lived in
San
the
Antonio.
area.
San Antonio was nice. I toured there one
It's pretty nice.
time.
But I moved both elementary school. I moved from 4th grade. I moved to moved to San Antonio, switched schools, and then in 7th grade I moved to STEM with you.
Oh.
But I gotta stop calling you. bleep out the real names,
Yeah.
please. It's a hard habit.
It's so much watching. I'm fine. Fine. Have you
I've
guys
known-
seen that one meme?
I've known Ramen for how many? Like 5 years, 6, something like that.
Oh,
We've known each other
Oh.
for a while.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to
Oh,
call
boy.
him by something else.
just
Luigi,
know
it's
each
a little
other in
bit
real
easier.
We just
Yeah.
know each
Have you
other in
guys
real
seen that
life. That's the
meme?
hard part.
Yeah, we know.
There's a meme where there's a coffee mug, and there's just a spider right in the bottom of it.
Oh,
so when
like
you're
a
done drinking
picture of
it.
Yeah, that made me so self-conscious actually because
Oh.
every time I pick up a cup, I have to look inside of it now.
That reminds me of the urinals that had a fly printed on it, so that they would so the whole thing was that the people that were pissing on it, they would aim at the fly instead of pissing anywhere else, so that it wouldn't splash anywhere, so that the janitors didn't have to clean up that much of a mess, and it worked.
Dude,
It worked.
that's so
It worked
smart.
okay. Honestly,
my
they should
gosh.
put a picture of a girl there. Honestly,
Oh.
just putting that out there.
You gotta stop.
No.
Alright, back
Bro,
to my
We're not all
Grade-
fanboys.
story.
So
Okay.
I do have a story about our old
I
school.
guess-
Oh,
What were you
okay,
gonna
okay.
say? Hey.
Luigi, you say
It's,
it.
I don't want it anymore.
No,
Say it.
Grade
It's not
3
even
and
that
grade 4 was
important.
so dangerous.
you have the floor.
I feel like I'm in fucking kindergarten again. Alright. So,
You
I
have the
went
talking
to
stick.
school in med-Sec, like I was trying to get into earlier, and we noticed, bright light behind the school as I was approaching in my bus, right? So, and at a
Okay.
closer look, it was a fire. It was a house fire.
Oh.
That was probably a fire.
It was a house fire, right? And
Oh
the
my
teachers are trying to
God.
be responsible and like we're not allowed to go look at it. So that's normal shit, right? But then it explodes. And they're
Oh,
not gonna. Yeah, the house.
Seriously? Must have hit a gas
Oh.
line.
I think it was a gas line. Yeah, the two people who owned the house were on vacation, but right when it exploded, the teachers knew we weren't gonna not. We weren't
Just
gonna
like,
listen to them.
ooh, shrapnel.
We all dashed across the street to look at it, and it's huge, engulfed in flames.
Jeez.
Vacation.
Yeah, and they're on vacation. they
Yeah,
have no
I can't
idea.
imagine
I-
coming back home to your house being
I ha-
burned down.
I noticed it like on the way to my school. I have the video.
oh yeah, send that overboard.
No,
Did
you
it-
probably
did
shouldn't
you rec-
send
You
that.
recorded it on fire?
I didn't. I recorded it on fire. Like you can barely see it on my Instagram.
You
Oh.
had wait. This was it.
This was back in middle school.
Okay, middle school. I thought I forgot that middle school was a
Yeah,
middle school,
I
not
have it. Here,
elementary.
I'll send it to you. And you could
Yeah.
decide to. But it was a bad fire.
What you could do, Theseus, just bleep out the name of the school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm gonna
dox me,
have to,
please.
Buster. Thanks for. Give
Don't
me
dox
your ad
me.
revenue. Okay,
You'll just have to listen through it to make sure you don't miss any names.
true. Do you know how long it's gonna take? Anyways,
One of us
Whatever.
and
It
just
took you
punch
like
the
an hour max to get out that 30-minute video.
You know how
yeah,
long it takes
30
some
minute-
people to make videos? Like the
Soviet Womble.
Jameski, like takes like a few months to make his videos.
Sophie Wumble
Yeah,
releases
because
like one every year.
Well, because he does like subtitles, and that's actually cool, and it
yeah,
takes
the
time.
subtitles
Yeah,
take a
I
long time.
guess. I don't
These
know.
things you
I
do
feel
that.
like
I'm not doing subtitles.
we'd
There was a
subtitle
thing that I was gonna bring
everything.
up.
No,
No.
I'm,
for the
but I'm
love
not
of
gonna
God.
do that.
For like a funny moments video, sure, but for a podcast, God
Yeah.
no.
Subtitles
No.
are only like for funny videos, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys
And
remember the
decisive
cafeteria lunches in school?
dude, I remember when we used to have ice cream at an elementary
Ice
school.
cream?
Yeah, at my elementary school, you could
Bro,
buy ice cream, like full blown ice cream cones and stuff.
I remember I could get
Yeah.
that sounded
the most I
nice,
could get was Jello.
Y'all got
bro.
Yeah, y'all got shit. I remember.
Man
Thanks,
said they
Hobo.
gave me a plastic bag and said deal with it.
man said
Yo,
after
that
school
was for,
party, fucking like ounce of a cup of soda and a slice of pizza.
You got
those were for
soda?
Well, it was
They
soda,
only got.
bro.
we had parties where people had
Oh
to
yeah,
bring
I
their
got soda
stuff.
as well.
Mm,
My middle school does this. They actually you can actually buy like $1 soda, but it's like disguised in an energy drink, something like that.
You
I
know,
we
might
had
find it later, but
okay.
at our high school. We had a soda machine, or I guess it was a Gatorade machine, wasn't
But
it?
they got rid of it, didn't they?
I'm not sure. So I actually wanted to
We
bring that
did?
up. You know the devious licks thing that's going around
oh
TikTok?
yeah, I remember that.
So
Yeah,
they only have one bathroom at our high school that's open because of that.
We graduated at the right time.
Dude, I'm
really?
so
Stole
glad.
it.
Yes,
Yeah, they're doing it at my middle school
they're
too.
doing it. They're doing it at our high school, and like they're just stealing things out of the bathroom, like the soap dispensers, and like the full backs of the toilets and crap.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's
yeah, I'm glad
ridiculous.
we're not there anymore.
We graduated.
Yeah, my
on
brothers
time.
were talking to me about it. That's the only reason I know it is because they were going there, and they were like, "Yeah, no, almost all of the bathrooms are shut down because of this crap."
Imagine
I'm
needing
just
to take a shit and having to
Yo.
wait in line.
I was actually watching a YouTube video about that. Yeah, they were actually this is actually a problem now because of that.
It is. Like, they're
Look
having
at
to.
one-
It's either
They're banning it on TikTok just because of how big of an issue it is.
but the thing
Yeah, I
is they
saw,
can
like,
still
some people
post it on
steal like a
YouTube
row of
Shorts.
lockers.
They
Well,
can.
like I don't understand how you
How do they
get
get away
away
with
with that
this shit?
without somebody noticing.
Well,
It
I
has
mean,
to take a lot of planning. I know that.
I don't think it's
'Cause you can't just do it.
complicated as y'all making it to seem. Y'all making it seem
How do
like
you
it's a
steal a row
heist.
of lockers?
I mean, like,
How do you
exactly. Like
get
somebody legit
okay.
stole a lock off of a locker system.
How do you not get noticed holding an entire back of the toilet, or even a soap dispenser for that case?
Yeah, you can
Big
have a
backpacks.
backpack.
Big
but...
backpacks.
I mean, that has to take a little planning.
I assume that they're gonna
Oh,
have to
have
start
you-
doing clear backpacks and shit again.
They're gonna do cameras in restrooms.
No,
Oh, yes.
but like they have. I'm
Another
pretty
thing-
sure that they have one in front of the entrance to most restrooms.
There's sign-up sheets and
I mean,
all
like-
that now.
The teachers are
I was
actually
gonna-
kind of worried now because they think it's going to happen to them now. Like, they think they're next.
So like
That was actually
They're
Like-
next.
back when my older brother, when he graduated, his students, like his classmates, did a prank where they took. I don't know if I've told this story before, but they took the principal's entire car apart. I think I'm remembering this
What?
correctly. They took his entire car apart and put it in his office back together.
How did you do
How
that?
do you do that?
I don't know. I don't remember if
That
I
took
heard
some
the
serious
story from my
planning.
brother or if I just heard it somewhere else. But, like, this was a real thing that somebody did. And I was just
Take it
like,
apart and put it in his office.
yeah, they took it apart because there were other stories. I think my dad told one of where a student rented a crane, picked up or somebody told me this story of where they rented a crane, picked up the principal's car, and put it on the school roof.
Maybe that's why the principal
Okay.
quit.
And the principal was like pissed off. He was so mad. Apparently.
I would too.
How do you get the down? You gotta go home.
You gotta get on.
Yeah, you gotta
they
go rent a crane.
found
Gotta go
out who
rent
did it and
something.
made them get
Rent
pay
the
to get
crane
it down.
again.
Yeah, they made them pay to get it down. I assume.
They wrote them up.
That
That's
probably
it.
came with expulsion
I remember.
too.
Did in any of y'all's elementary schools, did any of them like do punishments during your lunch, like cafeteria?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we
Silent.
did.
You had to be. You
paddling,
Yeah,
couldn't talk.
silent, there's quiet time or
We
there's
had
quiet
fucking
whatever.
paddling.
levels.
Just sit in the
Yes, I
corner,
remember that, but
It was like
my school,
5 fingers. You'd be able to yell and do
get
whatever
beat.
you
I
wanted. 0,
remember
you'd be.
I remember everyone
Oh,
was
I think I
being
had that too, Luigi.
okay. I
Okay,
remember
talk
everyone
about it.
was being really loud, and they're like, all right, everyone stop talking, and so everyone was able to talk, and they had like a little white table, and they said go to the white table because that was like kind of like that was like the corner, like the timeout in the cafeteria, and so it was quiet for like most of the cafeteria time, and then they were like, all right, it's over, and then everyone like yelled like, yeah, all right, it's back, quiet time again. Because
I felt I was.
everyone yelled like they're like happy it's over, and they're like, all right, that's it. Y'all go back into quiet time.
Did y'all
So,
ever
like,
They actually
get food fights in like any
No,
of
I
your
never
schools?
had one.
no.
Actually, I
had
have
one
some
Never had one.
stories.
twice.
I have a story of middle school when I was with you.
Mm?
I had a friend.
Use his
who-
name, you idiot.
God damn. Sorry, it's a force of habit.
It's a
But I had a friend who this kid was being really annoying, asking for food. He just grabs the little thing of beans and just slaps him in the face with it.
Oh,
Immediately gets called to lunch detention, which is such a stupid thing. That kid also later would get expelled for nearly killing another kid.
what
Not
the?
even joking.
what?
I don't remember that.
Is this allowed on YouTube?
Yes,
Well,
yes,
I
it
guess not
will
really,
be.
but I'm not gonna get into the details, but he messed up one of the kids in my gym class.
Hmm.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so in elementary school, if you did something, I can't remember what it would be, but you can get powdered for it. Like the teacher can actually beat you.
What?
No.
Did your school do
No.
that?
No.
No.
It didn't,
No.
because they had a
No.
wooden paddle in
No.
the principal's office.
No, that's
No.
And if you
that's
did something-
illegal.
It
You
used
can't
to
do
be
that.
Legitimately.
illegal.
They actually.
It used to be illegal.
It's happened to me. It happened to me actually, like once or twice. So if you did something like that, the parents can give them permission or something
Oh,
to
well,
Well,
actually beat you.
I guess if the
Maybe
parents,
yeah, if the parents give permission, then probably.
Yeah, they
It's
actually called them up, but I had to
it's fine.
find out they actually did that. I don't know if
Yeah.
they stopped it or not,
I
but
have a lot of weird stories from elementary.
Oh, did y'all ever
I
have
can remember that it
clipboards
hurt though.
with like your name on a clip, and if you were bad, you had to move it
Clipboard?
down?
I didn't
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have those.
I had it similar to where it was like it had two sides, as the green side and the red side. And if it was a bad day, you had a red side or something. I don't remember.
Yes.
We had
I remember
levels
mine
like
always
there was,
being
like,
on the red side.
I remember we had planners that we had to take home and show our parents.
I remember that
And
too.
they would give you like a stamp for how you did. And I remember my teacher gave me like the worst one that you could get, and my smart ass erased it and then did it in the best color. And my mom, she immediately knew, but I guess she gave me, I don't know, because I don't remember getting in trouble for it. I remember my teacher like talking to me the next day, and he was like, "Did you show your mom?" And I was just like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of a story. So
I remember
we
when
had,
I whited mine out because it was in pen, but my dad noticed.
we had to do the same thing, kind of like you, Wrench. We had to show our parents if we did, good or bad that day, and they had to write their signature. My dad's signature happened to look like 3 letters, so for my
Oh.
dad, I was oblivious. I didn't know what it meant, so I write down his his signature, neatly. I'm like, hey, I wrote down your thing for you, and I did it nice and neat because you can't do it. I learned that you can't forge signatures.
Get wrecked.
So how long were you in jail? How long were you in jail for?
At least 2 minutes in the corner.
2 minutes in the corner.
Wow. Understandable.
I mean,
Like you can
I feel
force
like-
signatures only under certain situations.
yeah, I feel like I still did that as a kid. Actually, no, I don't
We
think
have a,
I
we have a
did.
Six
didn't-
Flags field trip.
I
Can
didn't
you
do it
forge
on
a signature?
purpose. I didn't do it on
Oh.
purpose. I was just trying to help my dad.
I think
was
you know that, Wrench.
oblivious.
Did you guys have pink slips?
Pink
We had
slips.
blue sheets.
Oh, y'all had blue sheets?
We had pink slips in middle school. You remember that, Wrench?
Oh.
Remind me what they were for.
I remember. It was like
if you did something bad,
no, Mr.
they would write
Oh.
your name down.
Teacher. You remember our math teacher, Mr. B? I'm not gonna say his name.
Yes,
He
yes.
gave, oh, he,
Mr.
I remember
B.
he gave those out a lot, and then most of them were for running in the hallway.
Oh, right. They were like
Yeah.
citations.
Yeah,
Right.
they're like
Yeah, and
purple.
you had
It
to
wasn't
get your
like a little
parents to
slip. It
sign
was like a
them.
big piece of paper. And
I
I
also
remember
threw his boot
I remember
at
he
us.
he threw he threw
Excuse-
markers at us.
He threw markers. He threw a boot. I remember
I don't
throwing
remember
a
the
marker
boot.
at a
I
kid's
think I
head.
remember you know the kid with the J and then the F two Fs.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think I remember a chair being thrown at him.
Of course, it would be
No.
him too.
Well, I mean he was kind
God.
of an asshole, but
Yeah, no, he was an asshole.
Okay.
I don't remember if that was true
He
at
just
all.
got a
But I
chair
remember
thrown
something
at
about
him.
a chair.
I remember him throwing at T starts Italian name.
Hmm.
You remember that?
I think
Either
so.
way, he threw his boot at him, and then when he was down, I threw a marker at his head. And he got
course
so
you did.
mad at me. He was just like, "Why did you do that?" I also
Jesus
remember when
Christ.
he did the bottle rocket and broke the ceiling thing in his room.
Oh no.
Oh,
he
I had
broke
another-
he over pressurized it and it broke. It like made an indent in the ceiling panels, and he was just like, "Whoops."
Whoop.
Oh yeah, that
I
brings
have
up a
another
thing that I
middle
actually
school
thought
story.
about.
You can go first, Thesis.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. So I was at one of my friend's house, and we just gonna play hide and seek, but one of his friends, I think, fell through the roof. Yeah, he fell through the roof or something, and so we had to limit where we could go, cause his feet was hanging out the roof, and they had to go get a ladder to get him down. So that sounded very fun.
I remember in elementary. Actually,
What?
Luigi. Yeah, you go. You
Mine's
go. I
quite the
forgot.
opposite. Instead of his feet coming through the floor.
his head.
No. So in our middle school we had two two stories. I really said floor and stories. Still two floors, right? And the second floor is pretty damn high up. It's like two staircases high to get up there. And what's it called? There was this kid and his friend. His friend dared him to jump to the bottom floor from up there for money.
Why?
It was he did
Oh.
it for $20.
Oh god.
And dude,
Not
he actually
20.
jumped. He jumped and landed on his feet. Holy crap, the
Ooh,
amount of
that hurt.
screams he was doing on top of the
Ah.
people screaming that he just fell. Like, imagine talking, you just see a kid come out of nowhere from above.
Howdy. Just
Wait, was
drop
that like
kicks
in the
you.
stairs?
Worst
Like,
case,
on
He didn't
stairs?
break?
he lived. No, he braced with all his fucking legs. He's lucky he still can walk. But
No,
Yeah.
Well, so like
so
he jumped from like a stair thing.
Didn't
no, he
somebody-
jumped from the top story, like the balcony, and then
Was it-
dropped onto the
Oh my
tile
god,
floor.
he just
Well, there's like a
scary.
proper way to brace. You're supposed to once your
Oh,
feet once
he's
your
in
feet
middle
touch the,
school. He didn't know
To
jack.
loosen yourself
when your
up,
feet
innit?
touch the ground, I think you're supposed to like just tuck. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to
Yeah,
tuck and
something like
roll
that.
Tuck and
because
roll.
it you know,
Yeah.
the momentum
roll.
starts
It'll
to go with
hurt,
you.
but it'll spread it out across.
Yeah,
instead
it
of-
won't.
instead of
You won't
snapping your
break
legs.
anything.
So
It will
of course he
hurt,
goes to
though.
the hospital, right? And worst case, the worst thing ever, he never got his $20.
Oh,
Wow.
I feel
He
like
did
somebody
it.
did that at our middle school. They jumped down the stairwell inside the building.
I
And
don't
then-
remember.
I
I
feel
don't remember
like
anything
they.
about the stairwell, but what I do remember is when I was leaving, when we were leaving, I don't know if it was you. I was on the bus, and I remember seeing an ambulance near where the basketball area was. I was like, oh, what's going on over there? I heard that some kid had Because our basketball area had like a little pole, or a little like pole that was, it was supposed to have something there. I don't remember what it was for. It was probably
Oh
for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like tennis,
Fireman X.
not tennis, volleyball, but it was like jagged, and so when he slid across
Oh,
it, he
no!
lost a chunk of his thigh.
Oh,
Oh,
I was over here thinking his stomach, and he got okay.
No,
I
it
was
was
like,
either
oh
his
my
lower
god, he
thigh,
impaled himself.
yo.
his lower thigh. I remember
I mean,
hearing that a
technically
piece of his
did.
like lower thigh was just gone.
Bro,
I
Better
think,
than
when you
getting
brought up the
gutted.
stairwell
Jeez.
thing, like, have you guys been to like a hospital lately?
Yeah.
And went up the stairs? Because if you look down the stairwell, that's like, that's scary. It's like
I-
20 feet up.
I remember I did it with so you remember how we had that ditch right next to the basketball court in middle school?
Yeah,
Keep
I remember finding a condom there.
so
Okay.
Ramen.
Wait.
I gotta start doing that because I've been calling him by his real name this entire
I thought
time.
you were yelling at him for saying condom.
No, I'm just trying to get in my head. So there was that ditch, and do you remember that there was like a little bridge over to like the baseball field?
Yeah, because I guess it was like a little water bay that went over.
Yeah, well, it was like a waterway so that it didn't flood.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that's where the condom was.
So we were being dumb, and what we were doing is that little bridge had a railing, and so what we were doing was jumping over like a corner of the waterway, and then vaulting over the railing.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah,
our
I remember you told me
friends,
something like
I
that.
think I've told Theseus this, but
He cut his foot and
Indeed.
face planted into the thing.
well, he racked his nuts, caught the foot.
Oh.
He racked his nuts. His foot got caught in the
Yeah, fair
railing,
enough.
twisted his ankle because he fell down, and then face planted into the waterway.
Right
We
into
didn't
the
realize that he
condom.
twisted his ankle until the next day when he came out with a boot on. And we were just
I
like,
an
twisted my
embarrassing
ankle.
story about a boot.
You twisted my
Alright,
ankle
well,
before, and
we
it
are
hurts.
reaching our hour limit. It's
Fuck
57 minutes.
my story.
All right, we'll do your
Oh,
story.
embarrassing story. I used to take karate classes when I was younger, like
I think
elementary.
you told me.
didn't.
Ooh.
Oh, I think you
Yeah.
told me this.
Yeah. So
Fortunately.
after our routine, we'd have to run to the middle, and the instructor would tell us to do some random like move there.
exercise. Yeah.
Today's was not jogging, skipping, right? It was like the horse
Mhm.
skip where you do it sideways, right? And I happened to somehow land on my big toe, and then step on it, and then continue with the with
The broken toe.
Yeah, it didn't break it.
Oh
She
my
fucking
God.
fractured.
Oh,
Jesus.
So
I don't.
after class, I stuck through the pain. It wasn't too bad. It was bad, but it wasn't too bad. And eventually, my
Yo.
dad didn't believe me until my toe started going purple.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever broken anything.
I've
I've
never
jammed
broken
Oh, I
things
have,
and
actually.
twisted. I slightly twisted my ankle to the point that I didn't need like anything, but it still was in a lot of pain. I've
I'm-
never broken anything, and I hope to God I don't.
I remember when
my finger, like, go ahead.
okay. I remember when I used to have a trampoline in my backyard, and me and my brother were doing something. I don't remember. Something with a ball in the middle of the trampoline, but I landed on my arm, and he landed on me, and it didn't break. It didn't. I don't know what happened, but I couldn't move my arm for like a minute.
Ugh.
Like I was just there, like
Oh.
wait,
It
I
probably
just I,
dislocated for a second.
That
I
makes
just
me think.
couldn't move it at all, and then I slowly like got it back. I was like, oh. that's
That
my
makes me
arm.
think of a story at the time my stepdad accidentally broke my nose. I guess he didn't really break it, but he definitely. So he's very ticklish. And when I was in like
Yeah.
middle school, when he was
That's
first
cool.
when he was first like together with my mom, we were on the trampoline and we were all tickling him. And I guess one of his reflexes is to curve into a ball because he just knees me right in the nose. And my nose just
Yeah, right.
immediately starts bleeding. And like not like a normal nosebleed. Like it starts
Oh.
like gushing, and I'm just
That's
like,
when you know
oh
it's
god.
broken.
Well, it wasn't broken. My nose is fine because I didn't have
Oh.
to go to anything. But yeah, I just like was like, oh, that's a lot of blood.
I was
Well-
hoping he wasn't a puncher when getting tickled.
Yeah, I was just say like you tickle him and he's just like nope, fucking
Just
punches you in the
Well,
face.
he was telling us to stop, and it wasn't like he was trying to kick me in the face or anything. He just did it on complete accident.
Usually
That's what you
that
get.
when you get tickled.
We have reached 1 hour.
Okay.
Okay, and we can still go, Buster.
Well,
We're
We
gonna
can,
run out of
Put it in
we're gonna
the
run out of
part.
footage for the Halo.
We can just reuse it. We can
Really,
just
Halo.
redo it if
yeah,
we
we can
want.
just loop it.
But I
Honestly.
definitely think we shouldn't go on for too much longer.
What is it called when you like have to jump from the floor onto something higher?
Oh,
I don't know.
Vaulting?
I'm not
I don't
sure.
Not
know.
a step up.
Whatever that's called. Eventually we started
Playing
getting
creative
higher
mode
and
on?
higher. Yeah, right. And I believe this was like 9th grade, and we have to do that, and for PE, and eventually it get too high for me, and
Alright.
as I jump up,
Ah,
I land poorly, but my body's reflexes to stand up, so I kind of like move my hip forward while my back is trying to go
Oh
back
no!
down.
oh,
So I land on my back, and you just hear a massive. Luckily, it was like my back popping, like popping.
Yeah,
the
like
knuckles.
a
It wasn't
Yeah.
like I can't feel my legs.
Yeah.
you really
Imagine
couldn't.
you just do that and immediately paralyzed from the waist and
But
below.
it fucking hurt because I landed like in the
I mean, it could have happened.
like where
That's-
your
that's
like
awful.
shoulder blades end, and I did hit like I think a ball on my lower back, so it did fucking hurt. I got to say,
Yeah.
You hit
Ooh.
like one of the points of the spine.
yeah,
God, yeah.
I had it laid
Man's
down. I
body
could
was
not
everywhere.
get up for a little bit.
Alright. Well, I think that
His body was
that
everywhere.
is a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to-
just
I
doing the
think-
outro.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to end.
I'll do it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, now that's the end of our podcast for today.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching us.
I think the
usually-
next one will be in VR chat, so you'll be able to see us interacting with one another.
That's what we said.
Indeed.
We
last
are our personas.
No, last time we said that we were just going to do it that way.
time.
Yeah.